3, 2, 1. Hello to guys, Typhoshi here, and I'm super excited to be back on the Yu-Gi-Oh grind. I've been taking a very long hiatus from this game. I've been focusing on Pokemon, if you guys haven't been able to tell already from the channel. I've been playing a lot more Pokemon. And yeah, I've just taken a huge break off of Yu-Gi-Oh itself. So I don't like the format. I don't like any of the new decks. Like Raizio seems boring. Malice seems pretty lame. Like the archetypes themselves, like I know is probably like just really fun to play as, but I don't like the artwork, and I'm a huge like, if the deck looks cool, I want to play it. Like for example, every single time that I've played any like quote unquote top tier deck, like for example Vanadium, when it was actually kind of okay and it was being able to top like every so often, I really enjoyed Vanadium. I like the colors, I like everything. Like you could play all the Visa's lore, you could play all the planets, which was pretty cool, even though it wasn't optimal to be playing all the planets, but I still love playing all the planets. And this gives me somewhat of that feel again. It is my personal favorite deck, Dinosaurs, and this deck, I'm gonna be honest guys, it is straight and utter garbage. This thing is ass. Don't let anybody fool you. This thing sucks. But if you spend a little bit of money, you can make it just a little bit better, just a tiny bit. So let's get started. Enough of my yapping, and let's get to showing this profile. So we start off with 3 babies. You need the 3 babies. It's the best way to be the most consistent possible, and it's just super necessary. Then I play one of the yellow one and one of the blue ones. So Petite, obviously, it's pretty good. Most people, if you're going to be going first, you need that second one. But in this deck, I'm only making one other level 4, and I'll show you guys that in the second half of the video, where I'll show you guys a quick little combo. And then this is the Animadorn. Obviously, you need at least the 1. I would like to be playing the 2, but this is already a 42 card count, and I don't want to bring it up higher. And yeah, that's why I do play the 42 card, so that I don't happen to see this card in my hand. And if I do, then hopefully I have like a baby to be able to resuscitate it. But I'll show you guys later the ratios. So then we have 3 of the Soul Eating. Literally the main searcher, the Stratos of this deck. Pretty much does everything that you want it to. The Misk, I wish this thing was at 3. Said every single Dino player. And then the Kaitoptera, just because it's either this or Giant Rex. In this specific build, I haven't found any difference between the 2. Sometimes if you have the Giant Rex, it's just a little bit bigger, which can help you beat over like some body that they leave, but it really doesn't do anything. And I like the shininess. My Giant Rex isn't a holo. Then I have the double Ultimate Conductor. He's the main boss I end on. Can never not use Ultimate Conductor, especially right now. Is the one way to stop Raizio, kind of, even though they could play through the Book of Eclipse type effect. So I don't know. Boss monster, he's still really good. Triple Fossil Dig. Yes, mismatch rarities, but it is what it is. I really like this quarter century one, so I have to play it. He is your road of the deck. Then I played double Evolution Pill. I played 2 of them. I'll show you guys the supplementary engines that I am playing to make this deck a little bit more playable. You need the 2 because in case if you see the Animador plus the pill, you're kind of cooked. So you need 1 in deck at all times. And even if you open this, you'll always be able to use it with what I'm about to show you guys. Then we are actually running the Kashtira package. So we have 1 Fenrir and double Unicorn. Unicorn is really good going first. This is a going first Dino build. So Kashtira Unicorn will then get you the birth. And if you, for some reason, happen to have the Fenrir in hand, you could summon it. But that's not really the point of it. The point I use this engine for is just the sheer pressure that you get to be able to rip that extra deck from your opponent's, from your opponent's extra deck. Kind of brain farted for a little bit. But yeah, like it's so much oppression. If they do any effect, you just be like, okay, buy an extra deck card. And then on top of that, if you do have that birth in your infield, then you get to banish some cards from your opponent, which is okay. I play the 2 Planet Wraith Swords to make it a little bit more consistent, be able to see these guys a little bit more often. And the 1 Birth to be able to search it. Birth has a really nice effect where, let's say, for example, you use one of your Kashtira monsters for a link. You're able to just special summon it back, even if it's banished, which is really, really good because of this third or second engine after the Dino one, I guess. We're actually playing the Fiendsmiths in here. And yeah, so we have 2 Engravers, a Lurie, a Lacrima, and then a Tract. Sorry guys, yes, these are proxies. You guys can make fun of my broke as much as you guys want, but I am not paying $100 for this. Not right now. Maybe in the future. So, this right here should be whatever 42 minus 13 is, because let's push this to the side, and we're actually running 13 hand traps, I'm pretty sure. So we have Ash Blossom, we have Effect Veiler, we have double Snow Rabbit, and we have double Nibiru, triple Imperm, and then lastly, just for consistency, the Pot of Prosperity. It is at 1, but sometimes it helps to dig out that pesky misc that you want to see to be able to protect your combos, because you're kind of cooked in this format. Everything is going to stop anything you want to do. And that's kind of why I started using the Fiendsmith engine and the Kashtira engine to begin with. You want to use these engines to be able to just put out bodies and then go for your plays. So honestly, I don't really want to use my normal summon or go into any of my Dino combos until after I try to use either Fiendsmith Engraver if I happen to see it, or one of the Kashtira cards. Always want to special summon them, always want to do something to be able to trigger their Ash Blossoms, trigger their Imperms, because you do not want your Soul Eating to be Imperm. So actually, most of the times I don't want to see Soul Eating in my hand. I don't want to be normal summoning it. I want to see a way to misc, which even though it is at 1, you technically have 4 copies with Fossil Dig, and you have basically like 7 copies of the babies. So you have a lot of opportunities, even though we Dino players like to just make excuses like, oh, this deck is trash. I mean, it is, but yeah, it's not horrible. The consistency is not that bad. Like, for example, let me put you guys into a quick little perspective. Let's show you a quick little hand. Let me shuffle this up. We're doing this all live, so you guys see I'm not cheating in any way. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Quick little ting. I want to show you guys how good this deck could possibly be, and I'll move on to the extra deck after, actually. Okay, quick little hand, quick little hand. Last shuffle. You pass it to your opponent cuts, they bring it back to you, and then you do your hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, you see this? This is very playable. So if you really wanted to, you could just Fossil Dig, grab that misc, and then blah, blah, blah. You have the Fiendsmith engine on top of that. This is pretty much full combo. As long as you see these two, it's just full combo. And then on top of that, you could use this. Like I was saying, always use the Engraver first if you happen to have it, to be able to protect your plays in the future, because you have combos. So it's just so much gas. And if your opponent just doesn't know, like if they happen to see the Fiendsmith first, they're going to be like, oh, you're probably on Kashtira Fiendsmith or something else. And then they see the Kashtiras, they're going to be like, oh, you're just on Kashtira Fiendsmith. I'm going to get hand trapped to death. No, you're going to get a 10 billion negation board and you're going to get cooked, buddy. No, they're not. I'm probably going to lose anyways. But here we go off to the links on the extra deck. We have Relinquished Anima, Fiendsmith Requiem, Moon of the Closed Heaven. This thing obviously helps you facilitate all your combos. It just 2 bodies links off. And like I was saying, you can use the unicorn and then get the unicorn body back, which is insane. So you technically are only using 1 body to go off Fiendsmith combo, if you don't happen to already see it in the first hand. Then to run off the last of the link 2s, we have Nightmare Phoenix, because sometimes you just want to get rid of one of the card in your hand. It's happened to me a couple times, and there's no good way to get rid of back row in this deck, so quick little way to get rid of back row. Since I think Labyrinth is still an okay deck, and people in my inner circle play a lot of Labyrinth, so I want to get rid of those pesky back rows. And I know Malice likes to set up back row too, so it might actually be good for that reason too. And then lastly, Link 5 is the Underworld Goddess, just because Moon, and then you do the effect that one of the cards, you target, you can use it as an extra thing, and you can use up to 2 of their cards, and you only have to use 3 of yours, which is pretty good. And then for the XCs, we have Dolka, Lagia, Dugaris, and Dweller as my rank 4s. Literally speaks for themselves. The 2 Dino ones that you use that are good, and these ones as other ones that you might want to use. Abyss Dweller one I added because I needed a extra one in case I want to do a specific line that will be showing you guys the combos to in a bit. And then lastly, I have DD Wave High King Caesar. That's the only thing I'm making out of the Fiendsmith combo, and I am also making Chaos Angel with that Fiendsmith combo. I will be showing you guys how to do that in a bit. And then lastly, you need that Necro Quip just to make the DD Wave High King Caesar. So enough of the yap, and let's get into Bombo Town. I'm just going to make an example out of these 2 cards, or it could just be, literally, you guys know Dino, so true Dino players know what's up. If you see this, or this in your hand, if you see any 2 of these combinations, you're good. You're literally fine. So let's just do the simplest form so we don't have to be searching for a lot. Let's do Misk plus Baby. I'll put my deck over there. So Misk effect, send it to the graveyard, then you're protected by your activated effects of your opponent. You banish it to summon the little Animadorn. Hopefully you guys could see that from there. Let me double check. Yeah, you guys can barely see it, so that's good enough. I'll just leave that there. Animador effect to destroy the baby, to grab yourself the pill. Baby effect to summon. You'll get the Overraptor effect. You'll grab another baby. You will normal summon your baby. You will activate Soul Eating Overraptor's second effect. Swap them out, basically destroying this John. Then you special summon the Kaitop. Then you actually want to use the Animadorn to link it off to the Relinquished Anima. Very important that you do Relinquished Anima here. I don't know if you guys could actually see that, but it's right here in the corner. Then you just link it off with the Kaitop to be able to make your Moon. And then obviously you do Fiendsmith combo here. Moon into Requiem effect. Depending if they held for some reason an Imperm or a effect veiler, and just the way you want to sequence things, you either want to do Lacrima or you want to do the other, or Engraver himself. If you are not scared of the Imperm or the veiler, just go Lacrima dump the Engraver effect to shuffle back the Moon to summon itself. Then you activate the Requiem effect to target to the Lacrima. Then you use it to fuse into the Necro Quip. Now, this is where the 2 combo deviation can go. So for Ryziel, from what I've heard, I haven't played against Ryziel yet, and I'm not that very knowledgeable in this newer format because I've been gone for so long. But I've heard Chaos Angel is really, really good. Now, you guys could fact check me in the comment section below. Let me know. But if you guys could see here, level 4 Dark, level 6 Light. Use them both. Boom! You got yourself a Chaos Angel. Or, if you don't want to do the Chaos Angel, you obviously just make DD Wave High King Caesar. That is another line that you could end on. And then let me finish this one that I was going for directly. you activate the double evolution pill, minus this, go right here, to then make, oh, this would actually activate it afterward. You make your ultimate conductor, then obviously this one go back here. This thing is wasted. Then you could just boom, boom, and you make Dolka. Dolka's probably better here, or if you think they're gonna be doing board breakers, you probably do Lagia. I think board breakers are a little bit better right now, so I'll probably be going with Lagia, but Dolka gives you a little bit more negates. And then obviously, on their turn, boom, pop this to be able to flip them face down. You have the double Omni special negate, and you have the 2 monster negate and destroy. If you had any other extender, any other form like that Kashtira card that I was talking to you about, you could actually use the baby plus the Kashtira monster to be able to go to IP, still get that Kashtira unicorn back, and on their turn, special summon back the Lacrima. So if you really wanted to, you could use all the monsters on your field and hit them with a fat Underworld. Or you could just be simple and use either the Lacrima plus the IP to make SP. Now let's take it back a little bit. Let's take it back to where we had it before. To this state of the board. This was back in the deck. This is also here. This thing was banished at the time. This thing was not made yet, so this thing can go back. So yeah, let's just take it back to where it was real quick. This thing was probably still in our hand. And I believe this was the state plus a baby. Yeah, so 1 baby was still here. This was the state where I was gonna summon the Chaos Angel. So instead of going Requiem to go into the Necro Equip like I had done, you could do this. You could do these 2 guys. You can use these guys. If you want a dark and light Chaos Angel, so they can't beat over it, and you are unaffected by monster effects. Or you could use the Fiendsmith Engraver plus the Lacrima and just make a regular light one. It is totally dependent on the matchup, but I will be showing both iterations. So let's say you did use the dark and the light. If you use both the dark and the light, you make the Chaos Angel. You still activate the double evolution pill to make the Kaitop, to special summon it back, sorry. But that'll be after you banish the Relinquished. And you'll banish the Dino. It could just be the Animadorn. I forgot to do it before. Always did that Animadorn. It literally does anything. Uses that up. You will summon this thing back. And you'll be making your Kaitop Terra. Same thing. You could do these 2. IP, right? On their turn, have a body. You can do IP into SP. Or, if you don't want to link it off to that, you could these 2. Also, completely matchup dependent, like I was talking about. Abyss Roller. Now, they can't activate effects in the graveyard. They also you have like an unmovable object. And you also have a face down effect. So, 3 interruptions. Pretty okay. Like I said, completely matchup dependent what you want. Let's reiterate the state a little bit before. Again, this thing is here, this thing is here, this thing is here. If you just use the light one, make Chaos. Let's see, I think the double was still here. Whoops, double evolution pill was still there, yep. Cool. Make the Chaos. Hopefully you guys can still see that. Then on top of that, you activate the double evolution pill. So you're gonna banish the Kaitop and the Relinquished. Same thing. You get your dude back. You'll get the Kaitop Terra. And you could still go for either Lagia or Dolka here. You can do either or. So you still have the 2 monster negates. The monster that's unaffected by negates. You have the baby stuff. And yeah, so it's all completely matchup dependent, like I was talking about. Whatever you see seems the best, you could do. I think this might be the board that I will be going for against Raziel. Out of all the options that I have given you, please let me know down below which one you believe it is the best. I am just one guy that is trying to make dinos good again. I've been seeing a lot of people trying to play the Ryugen or Ryuge, whatever it's called, dinos. It does seem pretty good, but it has a lot of bricks. Like I feel like there's a lot of cards that you have to use to be able to make it good. And this, to me personally, feels a little bit more fun. Just because I don't know, like I have the cards, so it's what I could actually use and what I've been using for a little while now. I've seen some success with it. I haven't been able to fully bring out all the, I guess, potential out of the deck. I doubt it's like really any that good, but yeah, just share with me down below, you dino brethren. Down below, let me know what's up. Have a good one. Peace.